If you want to buy cheap FIFA 20 Ultimate Team coins, go and check out MMOPO.com and use the discount code EGHD for 8% off your order. Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are having a look at icons for around 1 million coins or less. So if you've missed my previous videos, we've covered icons for 150,000 coins or less, 250,000 coins and also 500,000 coins that are strikers and also centre backs for your squad. But these are the big players now. Every time you buy a player for 1 million coins and sell them, you're going to lose 50,000 coins. You need to know if they're going to be worth buying. So that's what I'm here to do. So as you can see guys on the screen, we have these icons to be comparing. Obviously you guys know my team, but we're looking at Hernandez, we're looking at Icon Crespo, we're looking at Del Pierro and also Butragueno. Now as I said, all of these players should be 1 million coins or less. So Butragueno is a baby icon, Del Pierro is a mid, and Crespo and Hernandez are both prime icons. Now the formations I'm going to be using is a mixture of 4-2-2, just rotating the strikers, making sure they get equal game time as strikers and cams. But because one of these players was playing outrageously good and getting loads of clips and leaving none for the rest of the players, I decided to go to 4-2-3-1 for a little bit as well, so that I could focus on scoring goals with my central cam and my striker. Now guys, we're going to start with the most expensive icon in this list, and prices are fluctuating, so I do recommend checking the price before you buy it depending on when you're watching this video. But it goes for about 1 million coins on Xbox, 1,050,000 coins on PlayStation and a whopping 1.2 million on PC. His work rates are medium low, 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. I have used his base icon and also his mid icon, so I've got some pretty good game time with Crespo. I do think a hunter, sniper, deadeye or an engine is best for him. His passing is pretty bad. To be fair, he does feel very good on the ball in terms of dribbling. The more I play FIFA 20, I realise, especially with these patches, that a good dribbler and a good passer is better to have than just putting on loads of pace basically. But the key stats for Crespo is of course going to be his finishing: 94 finishing, 92 composure, 91 positioning, 90 agility. This card has a nice upgrade with his agility and balance. So he's got 85 balance too, 89 pace, flat pace, so 89 acceleration, 89 sprint speed, with 78 strength and 72 short passing. Now he has a lot to live up to because obviously so many people picked base Icon Crespo with Icon Swaps 1 because it was 12 tokens and they released 12 tokens at the start of Icon Swaps 1. But it's time to find out if Crespo Prime is any good. Now obviously he's good. He's one of those icons that basically just gets an upgrade from his base to mid. There's not really much of a difference. You know, some icons lose agility and balance going up and sometimes they lose pace, but Crespo is one of those icons that just gets upgraded on everything gradually. And you can see here, very strong as well. I was happy to use my body using LT to make sure I keep the player away from me, and his finesse shots were fantastic. So obviously with the high finishing, just RB and A, obviously I'm on Xbox, so yeah, this is one of those goals as well with keep you up. Once the ball starts bouncing, if you press the right stick in, you can just keep bouncing the ball, and it's very hard. Once you're in someone's box, they don't want to go in too hard because they don't want to give a penalty away, and it's obviously very easy to give penalties away. So I've done that a few times with players in this list, but here outside the box, finesse shot, that's what he actually does best. I think in terms of where you can play a Crespo, as I said in previous reviews of the base and the mid, he is an out-and-out striker. You could play him in a lamb or ram position if you want to. He would do okay, but because of that lower passing stat, and you know, if you do play him in that lamb or ram position, I recommend upping his dribbling, so maybe a sniper chem style or something like that, maybe even a marksman for extra strength. But he's just a great finisher of the ball, so a striker is best. The next player in this list is going to be Del Pierro. This is his mid icon. Now he is a weird icon in the sense that his base, his mid and his prime are all pretty much the same price. I think his baby is the fastest, but the prime has like a lack of balance and agility, so that's why people don't particularly like to use him. Obviously he's got better shooting, but I've decided to go for the mid version because this one is in Icon Swaps 2. I think he costs something ridiculous like 20 tokens or somewhere around the high teens, which is a lot of tokens. Now his work rates are medium. He does have 4-star skills and he does have 5-star weak foot, so our first 5-star weak foot player in this list. I actually used him with the sniper chem style, so out of all 4 players I actually used hunter on all of them apart from Del Pierro with the sniper. I think the best way to use him is to up his balance because it is quite low at 73. As you can see here on the key stats, 94 dribbling, 94 ball control, 93 finishing, 91 vision, 90 composure, as I said, 73 balance and then 64 strength. But I'm gonna be honest guys, this guy blew my mind. Like, he was insane. No matter where I played him, I had to start playing 4-2-3-1 because of this guy. He was scoring goals with ease, whether it was his left foot, whether it was his right foot. Obviously that 5-star weak foot's big, but his finesse shots from the edge of the box were crazy. I felt that his positioning was fantastic as well. I don't mean literally the positioning stat. I just mean maybe the work rates or his characteristics. He always chose the best decision to come short to me or to run away and run into space, basically. So let's actually get into some gameplay. As I said, I do have, well, I didn't say already, but I do have a lot of clips with Del Pierro. Literally within about 5 games, I had enough clips to do this video. Now, most of the time when I do these icon stuff, you know, the icon stuff, I play about 10 games to try and get a good feel for all of the players and give them equal time to kind of get to know them so that I can play them as best as possible. But straight away I clicked with Del Pierro, and if I knew how good he was, I might have actually considered like basically working my arse off to get all the Icon Swaps tokens just to get him, because he was just so good. And it wasn't because I was playing bad people. Occasionally you do play someone that doesn't defend very well, a drag back just throws him off and then you get an easy finesse shot opportunity. But even against the good players, his lack of balance didn't matter too much. Obviously with the sniper though, he does get an extra +5, but as you can see there, just like, first of all, I don't know if that was a first time finesse, but he just felt like he couldn't miss. If I was in a good shooting position, I had no problem taking a shot. I didn't doubt his shooting at all. As you can see there, dribbling's very nice. So I think it was something like 94 dribbling. So even though he does have low balance, he has the high dribbling stats as well as decent agility with the sniper chem style. So he's just fantastic. The good thing about Del Pierro, when we compare him to the other 5-star weak foot player in this list, is that 4-star skills, which I don't really use Berber spins and stuff like that, but the standing scoop is a very important skill move for me. You know, if you're running down the wing or you're just running into space and you do a fake shot, from there you can then do a fake shot in another direction and you can scoop turn, which is a big thing. So 4-star skills is very good for him. Something else to consider as well is playing him in a cam position or striker. It didn't really matter because he has good passing. He can play all of those positions very well with a high composure. It just works with this player. I don't know what else to say apart from he's insane, and if you haven't tried him, definitely give him a go. And you can see here by the last clip, I was trying to play him out of position. He just made this amazing run. I pressed finesse, which isn't even the right shot to take, and he puts it top bins. Right, the next player in this list is going to be the other 5-star weak foot player, Butragueño. This is his base icon, and he's going for 780,000 coins on Xbox, 950 on PlayStation, and 1.1 million on the PC. Now, this is the thing with the base icons, they're not in packs anymore, and he's actually been going up in price ever since he's come out of packs, and ever since Team of the Year as well. Again, with the medium work rates, which I think works really well, especially if you're playing someone in a cam position. Medium is very good. Their movement seems to be the best, rather than having like high in with defense or high in attack. Medium's great. So 3-star skills, that's the weakness, that's the real deal breaker for me. I felt for him anyway, but I use him with a hunter chem style. Even though he does have great dribbling, I'd still consider, if I bought him again, I'd consider putting a sniper or an engine on him, or even a deadeye to up his passing stats, because when I was playing with Del Pierro and with his sniper, he felt more than fast enough, and Del Pierro is actually slower than Butragueño. So yeah, with a sniper, I think the way that I play it is more possession based, and I use my dribbling and passing to create space. Now his key stats: 91 finishing, not quite as good as Del Pierro, 90 positioning, 90 pace, so flat pace, 90 acceleration, 90 sprint speed, 89 dribbling, 88 balance, 61 strength, and 60 long passing. So it's over the top through balls, and anything that's crossing related is not very good because of the 60 long passing. Now I had to pick his base icon because his mid and his prime were just too much. Although obviously they're still in packs, so they could come down in price over time. And I reckon that in a few weeks or so, I think the mid version should be around about 1 million coins. So, and his card is basically just a simple upgrade, just like Crespo. All of his stats pretty much get boosted, as opposed to Del Pierro, where he actually changes from year to year or from icon version to icon version. Now getting into the gameplay, I started really slow with Butragueno. I reckon in the first 5 games or so, probably scored like 2 goals, and I was thinking, you know what, maybe I got this guy wrong. Before I actually started recording these videos, I was expecting Butragueno to be probably the best player out of this list, even though he's one of the cheaper players. And I was expecting Del Pierro to feel quite stiff. But when it come to it, maybe the Hunter Chem style was the thing that limited him, because he didn't get any kind of dribbling boost. But once I started to play him in the cam position in 4-2-3-1, that was it. That was where he started to create space. I could 1-2, let him overrun and get into some nice space. This goal here was as he's playing in the ram position. Because he has the pace, you can play him in lamb and ram or left wing, right wing. But ideally you want to have him in the centre. For that 5-star weak foot, makes him more unpredictable. As you can see here, that nice run there from the cam position, Hernandez with the assist. Something that I really liked with him is obviously that 5-star weak foot. And when I play with 5-star weak foot players, I tend to score more goals on their weak foot, because obviously if someone knows they're right footed, they tend to lean more towards the right side, and then it opens up space for the left foot. As you can see here, left foot outside the box, top bins, and that was a power shot. He doesn't have the highest shot power, but with a little boost there from the Hunter Chem style, maybe that helps. And after a while, I started to really get into him, and I think, yeah, he was a very, very good player. Definitely a player that I would consider buying in the future, although the lack of skill moves made him a little bit boring at times to use. As you can see here, we have Hernandez, prime icon, the cheapest player in this list, 650,000 coins on Xbox, 725 on PlayStation, and 800,000 coins on PC. He also has high attacking work rates, medium defensive, and 4-star skills and 3-star weak foot. So the only player with 3-star weak foot or worse in this list. Now I actually used him with a Hunter Chem style. Again, I would consider a sniper, an engine, or a Deadeye. Just like all the other players in this list, they do have good dribbling, they do have okay-ish passing. You know, if they were playing as a striker, it's not so key. But the more I use them and the more I play FIFA, I realise the Hunter Chem style is a little bit overrated. Now, he does have some amazing stats. 94 acceleration, 93 agility, 91 finishing, 91 positioning, and 91 sprint speed. So he's very, very fast. He only has 73 vision, so his passing is pretty bad. He's not the strongest, but he's not the weakest at 65 strength. Now, the things that let Hernandez down as a card is obviously that 3-star weak foot. I prefer 4-star weak foot with 3-star skills, even if I do like higher skill moves, of course, but it's better to have higher weak foots. But I think it's the work rates. Having high attacking work rates, it just made him so busy, but in a bad way. He was just running into areas where I didn't really want to pass because it was too much of a risky pass. And when he did come short, when I pressed RB, it was just, he's coming really short to me, and then someone else could work in behind him. So they were scoring instead of him. So yeah, guys, this card, it is good, but is it worth the amount of coins when you consider how many coins like a Del Pierro costs or a Crespo costs? And I would say no. So overall, I was actually really disappointed, and I'm going to get into some of the gameplay now. And I say some of the gameplay, there really wasn't a lot of gameplay at all. I think I scored about 3, maybe 4 goals. One of them was probably a tap-in, / a rebound or something. I just found it so hard. There, he did score with the 3-star weak foot. I reckon I would have scored at least 2 more goals if he had 4-star weak foot, because there were times where I was in a good position to shoot and he just didn't connect with it properly, or he hit the post, or it went straight towards the middle of the goal area instead. But his dribbling and pace was really good. It's just the passing stat and the finishing with his weak foot was not good. So guys, when it comes to these 4 players, I'm going to rank them best to worst, or worst to best, I should say. Now, Hernandez, it's pretty obvious. This player for me was the worst. For the amount of coins that you could spend, I would rather have like a mid-level Crespo. There's plenty of icons in this game going for about 500,000 coins or less. For example, Raul as well is a great icon. You can get 4-star weak foot and 4-star skills. He was just so underperforming for me. If you have a look at his stats, he has 15 games played and 3 goals. He does have a lot of assists. As I said, I found that the runs that he made naturally were just too risky and I couldn't get the ball to him. And when I called him short, then someone overrun and kind of went into his space, and then that's how he got so many more assists than he did goals. Crespo is in at the number 3 space, although I'd say he's kind of joint with Butragueno. The reason why I put Crespo below Butragueno is simply because he costs 1 million coins and he's a prime icon that's still in pack, so he's probably going to get cheaper over time, whereas Butragueno is going to be better at holding his value. And I feel like if you're in the weekend league, someone with 5-star weak foot could be more useful against a better player, because obviously it's harder to defend against someone with high weak foots. But yeah, there's definitely not much in it. I'd still say that in terms of value, going for a mid version of Crespo would be the better option, as you wouldn't need to spend literally, I think it's less than half of what Crespo actually costs. And then finally, guys, we have the best player, head and shoulders above the rest here, and I'm surprised. I knew he wouldn't be the worst. I had a feeling that Hernandez wasn't going to be good. Hernandez was worse than I thought, and Del Pierro was better than I thought. I thought Butragueño was probably going to be the best. Crespo was going to be second, just being a trusty striker. But Del Pierro just surprised me. He was so good, man. Now, it's obvious here that he's got the best passing, so 85 passing versus 75, 72, and 74. So if you're going to play Del Pierro, you're best off going for a cam, although he can play striker. I did use him as a lamb and a ram, and he did okay, and that was with sniper as well. He didn't even have the extra pace, and he's still done okay. At one point, I think he had 7 games played and something close to 12 to 14, maybe 15 goals scored, and I was just scoring with ease with him. He's a very easy player to use, and he was quite fun to use as well. But guys, that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe as well and turn on those notifications so you don't miss any videos. I'm really not sure what budget we're going to cover in the next video, but let me know in the comments what budget you have. Maybe you have 200,000 coins, 500,000 coins. Let me know how many coins you have and what icons you are particularly looking at, and perhaps we can compare some icons in the next video that you recommended. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I will see you later. Bye bye.